Hello, my crafty friends. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Linda Edwards, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm going to show you how to make this cute card. It's kind of a fun fold, and I love the sentiments, but it's also obviously something that can be used for any occasion. We are using the paper is the Mixed Media Florals paper. And the stamp set is Motherhood Mottos. These are both available as an online exclusive in my Stampin' Up! Store. So if you see anything that you'd like to purchase, just go to craftyhairanddesigns.com and you can find me. I just really thought that these sentiments were really cute. And because I have 2 grandchildren and 2 of my daughters-in-law are mothers with a third, hopefully to be at some point, this really appealed to me. But clearly you could use any other sentiment. And today I'm actually going to use a different sentiment, show you how to make it. So let me show you this paper though. I just love this paper. Unfortunately, it's a bunch of scraps right now. But very, very pretty. I have a class that I'm offering, an online or a created home class. If you're interested, go to my Facebook page or just reach out to me, Linda@craftyhairanddesigns.com. And I've got a whole class just with this paper and the mixed media labels. Look at that. And a lot of black accents. That's what I really love about this paper. The black accents are gorgeous. So I'm using that for this card today, which is part of my here's another one. Kind of interesting colors, isn't it? Anyway, this is part of my in-person card class. So let me show you how to make this card. So if you've ordered the class, the kit, it'll come in the envelope. And you're going to start with your largest piece, which is a boho blue, and it's 5.5 by 4 1/4. Then there's going to be a layer of basic white, and that's just your standard next size down, and it's 5 1/4 by 4. And then I've got a couple of pieces of that designer series paper. These are 3 3/4 by 1 inch. And then there's another layer of boho blue. This is the other part of the card base number 2, I would call it. And this is 7.5 by 3.5. And it's scored at 3 3/4. And then I've got one more piece that's standard. So this is a basic white, and it's 3 1/4 by 3.5, and it's gonna go on the inside like that. I'll stamp that for the inside. And the rest are, no, that's not true. I've got one more layer of designer series paper. This is also 3 1/4 by 3.5, but I'm gonna show you what to do if you accidentally cut it too short like I did, and we're gonna use it anyway, because I don't like to throw away scraps, and I think we can use it and nobody will know the difference. So, and then I have a couple of pieces of black and white, just some scraps that we're gonna do some die cutting and stamping on. So let's go ahead and get our stamping done first. I'm gonna set that aside. So I am using, of course, the Motherhood Mottos is what I used for this card. And there's a die, and that die is actually part of the Countryside Corners stamp die set. Remember these? They came out in the catalog. They're still in the annual catalog, and they came out last summer. Actually, maybe 2 summers ago. Anyway, still love those, and I thought that they really were a fun shape for this card. But I am going to I'm going to make it a little differently. I'm going to make sure I have enough room there. Yeah, I'm going to make this as a birthday card, because I don't want to send both of my daughters-in-law the same exact card. That just doesn't seem right. I don't think they would care, but it just doesn't seem right. So I'm gonna use the Wishing You the Brightest Birthday. This is from the Cheerful Daisies stamp set. You can see I just wanted to make sure that, because it's really tight, that it's gonna fit. I've got a little bit of wiggle room. We'll see if I can do this. This surface that I have is actually got a little give to it. It's like a giant mouse pad. So I can go ahead and use the photopolymer stamp on it without a problem. So you can see I got a nice crisp image with this Memento black ink. So set that aside. I'll do all my die cutting at once. So I'm gonna bring in the black. I'm gonna make the flowers are gonna be made with the, let me show you, the Delightful Wishes dies. And here are some of the other dies that come with it. This is in the new mini catalog that just came out in January. It makes these flowers, and rather than stamping them, we're gonna just use the dies from that. So I'll show you how to do that. I'm going, well, I do have one stamp that I'm gonna use from there, the leaf. So let me go ahead and stamp those. I've got 3 of the leaves, and again, there's a die that goes along with those. So I'm gonna just go ahead and stamp that. Now it looks like maybe I didn't get a good impression, but that's actually the part of the die, or part of the stamp set. It's meant to leave that kind of, almost gives it kind of a watercolor look. So we'll set those aside because we'll do some die cutting there. And then the last thing we're gonna do is, let me bring in a piece of scrap paper, because I am going to color this. I wanted kind of a soft image. I didn't want it to be just the petal pink. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use my blending brush and the petal pink ink, and you can either do this before or after die cutting. I think it's easier to do it before die cutting because the petals are kind of, are a little delicate, and you run the risk of like ruining them, you know, whatever, of bending them if you do the blending afterwards. I may do a little touch up afterwards, but you'll see what I mean when I finish up. So I'm just kind of getting a little bit of color on there, and this is the petal pink ink. You could go with the petal pink or the Flirty Flamingo, but because the ribbon I'm using is petal pink, I decided to go ahead and do that. All right, so this is the die for the flower. I'm gonna have to run that through twice. Same with, I think I can get it all on this. This is the inside of the flower and the leaves. So let me bring in my die cutting machine, and we'll get that done. So let me set that over. I hope you can see this. Probably should have brought my mini machine, but that's okay. So if you're new to die cutting, you place the tray says, it tells you, the platform tells you what the sandwich is. So number 1, and then number 2, and then 2 number 3 plates. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna line these up. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and put some tape down. And that'll secure the dies so they don't move around, since I'm gonna do multiples at once. So I'm just kind of lining that up. This is a Post-it note or a paper tape. You can use Post-it note tape. You can use washi tape. Washi tape works really well. Something that's low tack. You can use painter's tape, but you might need to like de-stickify it. I don't know what's that. That's not really a word. Put some, use your finger to make sure it's not so sticky so that it doesn't pull your paper off. So, you know, you would just kind of do that to make sure. I guess that doesn't need it because I'm not lining anything up. Okay, so there we go. That's the first. I'll run that through. Lay that on top very carefully, so make sure nothing moved, and then just run that through. And these dies are not super intricate, so I think, let's see if I can do it all. You can see now I'm just gently taking that off. That one's good. This one, of course, I'll have to do again. So just pull that off. That went well. Probably should have done some of these before coming in. And now I need my take your pick tool to get that out. And it has gone missing. Well, let's see. I've got another one here. Does that happen to you? I swear it was here a minute ago. Here we go. So if you're watching the replay, you can certainly fast forward through all of this as I die cut the other pieces, kind of get those pieces out. Isn't that cool? You could do like use like a spider or something for that, don't you think? That would be fun. And then here's that one. So now I'm gonna just run this through again to get another. And I need one more of these because I want 2 flowers and I had 3 leaves. So let me line this one up again. The leaves are pretty easy to line up, so probably don't need to do that, but it's one less thing to think about as you run it through the machine. There, and then let's just run this one through one more time. And then we'll just get to assembling and a little bit of stamping on the inside. There we go. If you only have the mini, you easily could do this because you don't need the big machine. As you can see, it fits perfectly, but it is kind of nice to be able to do multiples at once. All right, let me set those aside and let's get going. That, and poke that out. Sometimes you can just drop the die and it will, it'll all come out. But because my surface is soft, it doesn't really work very well. All right, there we go. So, 1, 2, 3. All right, set that aside. Oh, you gotta know who I am, right? All right, let's bring in the rest of the pieces and go ahead and get started. So here are my little flowers. I'm gonna go ahead and assemble those so they have a chance to dry just a little bit before I get started. So there is a little bit, as you can see. I'm gonna just put this, and you just need a touch of glue, and you don't need it everywhere. So I'm gonna just kind of put it on some of the larger areas and kind of smooth it out. I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of tried to line it up first just to make sure I had it the right way. You can see this little kind of part here. I guess the easiest way to see is the 2 little bottom parts here kind of coordinate with that 2 little bottom part there. So I would line it up first, kind of just get an idea of where you're putting it, and then go ahead and lay it down. And you can fiddle around with it a little bit. It doesn't have to be exact. But that was the way I found that worked the best for me. Just a little bit of that there, and kind of lighten it up. And there we go. Oh, I got a little, I'll show you how to take care of that. What am I doing here? There we go. Ah, it stuck to my finger. The thing that's nice about the liquid glue is you've got a little bit of wiggle room. You can see that one's better. I didn't do such a good job on this one. Let me see. Can I pull it off and start over? Yes, it has just now been. Now, I better not. I'm gonna leave it. It's fine. Nobody will know the difference. I'll make sure I put that one. So let me show you. This is what I did wrong on this one. This is good. You see this. See how this one I lined up those 2 little petals there, and they kind of are on either side there. And this one, see, that's where I messed up. It should be rotated a little bit so that is here. But you know what? I don't think really anybody's going to be studying it and really even noticing. So not a big deal, but now you know. So you'll be ready. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and assemble, or the next thing, go ahead and assemble the card. So this basic white layer is just there to provide some accent. I really like to use white in my cards as an accent. Sometimes I'll use the black, but I do really like the white. And then this is the paper. And this is gonna just kind of be equidistant from the three sides, the top, the side, and the bottom. But see how it really makes that white pop? Nope, this is the way this one goes. And see how the back of this has the black and white? It's really, really been a fun set. I just love the accents of black and white in this with all these wonderful colors. All right. And I didn't quite get that corner down, so I'm gonna sneak that in there just a little. There we go. To make sure I get all four of my corners. Oh, I missed that one too. Not to worry. I'd rather have a little less ink, not enough, than too much where it gushes out everywhere. All right, so let's take this and we're gonna burnish this fold so it's nice and crisp because we want it to lay flat. All right, and then this is where I told you that, see, I cut it a little too short. I was so frustrated and I thought, you know what? You guys, this has got to happen to you too, right? So let me show you what you can do. It's obviously, it's not rocket science. This is not anything groundbreaking, but I hate to waste paper, so I'm going to use it because I really do think that, especially with using the liquid glue, that I can get that to butt up close and you won't even notice. And that is the secret, right? Is to make sure that it's really close. Now, ideally, it would be great if it's covered up, but unfortunately, there wasn't a way. Okay, see how I'm pushing it together? I'm using my nail to kind of smooth it out. So you can see it a little bit, but not bad. And because that liquid glue really helps me to squish them together. All right, see, a little bit there and there. But look at that in the middle. You can't even tell unless you bend it. So anyway, I think that that's fine. I don't think my recipient is going to be judging me negatively because maybe there's a little bit of a line there. It's handmade, right? It's not meant to be perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna wait and stamp something on the inside there, and then I'm gonna lay this, and then I'll put it on. This layer, and you see how I'm lining it up with the top and sides of the designer series paper? There we go. There we go. So you can still see the white all the way around. It's a little crooked. I think my scoring was a little bit off. There we go. All right, so now I did ribbon all the way around. I've got a couple of options for ribbon. Some which are retired, some which are not. So I've got this Petal pink diagonal trim and a white. I think I'm gonna use the white this time around, which is still available in the online store. I also have some of this boho blue, which I thought would be pretty because it coordinates with the background. And this is one of my favorites, this Petal pink. It was from the Ribbon Duo Combo Pack. It's retired, but if you've still got it, it's got the stripe on it, a little bit of a pink and white, which is really pretty as well. But I think since I did the first one with pink, I'm gonna try the second one with white. I really like this ribbon. It's very easy to work with. It's got a little diagonal trim on it, really pretty. So I'm gonna just go ahead and, actually let's do it the other way. Bring this around, and I'm gonna just, I think the easiest, well, you can either tie a bow right here, like this, so I'll do that. You could also, if you're not a fan of that, you could also attach it to the bottom here, attach it to the front rather, and with the glue dots and tie the bow separately. That would certainly be an option. That's not gonna be long enough. If you have trouble kind of getting it to go all the way around. But I want it to be way at the end. Way at the end. And I can adjust the height, so I'm not gonna worry about that too much. I don't know if I have enough here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Ooh, I cut that close, but it's good. And this ribbon is the same on both sides, so it works out really well. And then scissors, should just cut it a little bit on an angle. There we go. All set. And then if you want, once everything's attached, you can attach a little glue dot. Once all your other pieces are on, you can attach a little glue dot there to make sure it stays in place. But it's kind of nice. It comes around both sides and it's not a lot of space. So now this, I want it to kind of cradle, be on either side of the ribbon. I want the ribbon to go through the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and put those glue dots on either side. And I'm not going to attach it yet. I do want it to kind of hang off a little bit, but I want to line everything up first to kind of see where it's going to go. And one of these is going to go on top. So I know I can attach that already. And if you found that you wanted your flowers to be a little darker, you could certainly have added more color after or before you attach that to it. You probably could do it now too. And now I'm gonna put another glue dot, or not a glue dot, a dimensional here, and I'm gonna put it right on the edge so that it kind of secures it a little bit. See that? So there's that one. Oh, I should have done it the other way, didn't I? Shouldn't I? Because that one's gonna be hidden. I wonder, is it too late for me to take it off? Let's see. It's so much harder to do this on film, you know, because I feel like I would have been paying more attention. Nah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it, it'll be fine. And then this one's gonna go there. And I do want it to kind of overlap that a little bit. So I'm gonna put a little glue there. I'm gonna actually put a glue dot on the ribbon. Let's see, I want it like that. So that it will attach to the ribbon. So that'll give it a little bit of lift there. There. And then I'm gonna just kind of slip this in where I want it. So a little bit of glue dot, a little bit of glue rather, and then slip that one in there. That one's gonna go like that. I might have done this too far over. Shoot, see? I hope you didn't put your foam on already. I forgot that it was gonna be hanging over the edge. So you can't put it too far over on this, but that's okay. It's gonna be okay. Now I'm using my fingers. You could, if I had my take your pick tool here, I don't know what the heck I did with it. It's got that blade on it that you could use. So I'm gonna put that over a little further because I do want this to hang off the edge a little bit. All right. See, you know, we all make mistakes. Just because I've been doing this for years doesn't mean that no mistakes happen. It's okay. There we go. I want that to be up a little higher. There we go. Yay. Okay. And so now, again, a little, part of the problem is I actually made these cards a couple of months ago. Well, a month ago, I guess. And we're actually having card class tomorrow because we got snowed out. So I kind of forgot how I made it. There we go. I think I want that. There we go, like that, because I want to be able to see that there. So I forgot, you know, I made it so long ago, kind of forgot all those little bitty pieces. And because I've got class tomorrow, I really wanted to make this video today so that I would remember and be able to tell my students how to make it. All right, there we go. Let's see, do I need a glue dot? Yeah, I think I need a little, don't you think? I think I'm gonna use a mini dimensional there. Or I'll just cut one of my dimensionals. I don't know where my minis are. I'll just cut this guy in half. Put one back. And slip him back there. There we go. Yes, okay. And now some embellishments and the inside, right? So I love these new embellishments. They're flat. They're called the low profile dots, and they're in petal pink and gold. So this is great for a card that you want to mail because they are nice and flat. And I have this part of my Take Your Pick tool. I lost the other half, but I can still use this part. So I'm gonna go ahead and, let's see, there are 2 sizes. I think I'll put one of the big sizes down here. And then I'm gonna put another one there. I like to do a trio, 1, 2, and then on kind of an angle. So I think up there, see that, 1, 2, 3? I just think that's really cute. And then put the inside. I think I'm gonna, because it's not very big, I'm not gonna put a sentiment on the inside so I can have some room to write something to the recipient. There we go, so that just goes right there. All right, well, a few mistakes there. I hope you don't mind my mistakes. So as you can see, I did a little darker here, but I like the light as well. Do you have a preference? And this one I actually did Flirty Flamingo and Petal Pink, but I decided I really wanted it to just both be Petal Pink. Again, there is Flirty Flamingo and Petal Pink in there, but I don't know, that kind of just bugged me a little bit. So let me know what you think. If you think you like the pink, the Petal Pink ribbon better or the white ribbon. It does kind of show up a little bit more, right? But one of the reasons I did this a little bit lighter was because I had the white ribbon. So, and what do you think of that stamp set? Isn't that fun? If you've got a new mom or a young mom or even an old mom, you know, those teenagers drive us crazy as well. I think it's really a great set of sentiments. So thanks for sticking with me all the way till the end today. If you have any questions, or if you would like to purchase any of the items that you saw in my video today, you can do that at craftyherondesigns.com. Again, my name is Linda Edwards, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up and comment. That really helps me because it allows other people to find me. It works with the algorithm that is Facebook and YouTube, and so that would really help me out. Thanks for staying till the end, and I hope you have a great crafty day. Bye for now.